Yo, what's going on, you guys? It's me, Akil. I'm over here in Odaiba, near, like, in front of the big Gundam statue, and I'm just walking around recording a few videos while I wait for my family. And I wanted to talk to you, follow up on a video that I did like about a week ago, and when this come or a couple of weeks ago when this will come out, and it I wanted to give a little bit more context to what I was talking about before, and because the comments were great. Some people agree with me, some people disagree with me. Again, this is just a place where we can kind of start this back and forth. Whether you guys agree or disagree with me is totally fine. Sorry, some people are taking a picture of this. Uh, okay, let me let them do their picture, and then okay, let me go the other way because everyone's taking pictures of the statue. But basically, it's about sexless marriage, of course, based on the title. And I wanted to give a little bit more context to what I'm thinking as far as like, and I was talking to my mother-in-law about it, but I just wanted to expand on the idea as I work my way back to my family. uh, so basically, one second, let me check the time because yeah, I got to put the pedal to the metal. My kids are about to perform this little art international performance singing, I don't know what they're doing thing, but I'm the driver. But basically, like, I really am of the firm belief that uh sexless marriage in Japan, it does happen. Of course, it is quite common. You've probably seen the headlines about it, Japanese people not having babies, making babies and stuff like that. But I think the reason for it is, and what's relevant for you, because you're more than likely not Japanese, and and you're probably going to be in a relationship with Japanese people, with a Japanese significant other, is, I think, sexist marriage comes from three factors, right? And I talked it over with my mother-in-law, and she kind of agreed. We went back and forth, and she agrees with me too. Like, why is it so common, right? And of course, one of the first reasons, and I'm not going to be cynical about it, which some people might be cynical, is that hi, 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 hi. Hey, thank you. See you. So, so the I can see him like, okay, we won't be on camera, but basically, yeah. Start talking about my sexist marriage video. Some high school girls. This is terrible. but but no, there's I feel so bad about that now. There's three reasons, right? So the first reason, I think, is, well, all three of them are three disinterests, right? And if you avoid these three disinterests, I think your marriage and your relationship will be totally fine, right? And the first one is economic disinterest, right? And you might have seen in some of the comments from the previous video that, yeah, of course, like, you know marriage here is much, I've said it several times, is much more of a life related contract. It's not as much about like just the love and the passion. Of course, that's an important factor, but that's not the key factor. It's about building a life with a person, with a person, and stability. Is a huge factor. Again, Japanese people are not hunters; they're farmers. So being able to produce a stable crop, fertile soil, is a more important thing. Doesn't the size of your plow is important, but the most important thing is, um, the field, right? And between Japanese people, that's the most important factor. You'll see a lot of like couples here where the husband, he went to a good school and he has a stable job. So Japanese women are, not in a negative way, very calculating, where, okay, they use, I heard someone say in the comments, they use their soft eyes to pull people in, right? To pull guys in. And generally speaking, like, the whole pickup culture isn't as much of a big thing here. So, oh, cool. These guys have, they have the Itasha. They have, these guys are having a little mini meetup with their, this might be the place where they all meet up for car meetups and stuff, but off screen. But so anyway, yeah, like, what am I talking about? Oh yeah. So, you know, for you as a guy, like when you're younger, you might have like the passion part of it, but you might not have the economic parts, locked in. And if you don't, as life progresses, that might be something that causes disinterest. If you think about it, if she has to work hard, if she's the only one with a stable job or who's a Shay Cheyenne regular employee job, which again I'll talk about in my book, or you can just Google it. Again, I just compiled a lot of the information for you guys, but yeah, if you're not that and she's always struggling and hustling and striving to kind of create a stable situation for the family, that economic disinterest leads to her having frustration with you as a husband, as a provider, and things like that. Of course, like you might see, that's natural, right, in all from many for in life in general, but I'd say here, um there's less of a propensity for people to kind of work it out together, or we'll figure it out kind of thing. Doesn't really match as much with Japanese like sensibilities. So I think one of the reasons is economic disinterest. The next one is physical disinterest. Like, when you were younger, you might have been the man. You might have been like the cool foreign guy to her, and then but as you get older, like like you might can we see the car? You can see those guys with the cars over there. Yeah. Um, you might be on the sofa drinking beer, eating chips every day, and you might not be working out. You might not care that you have a gut anymore, and she might just be used to you now. So being with a foreign guy might not be the thing. So physical this physical disinterest might be a really big factor. And I think the third one is emotional disinterest, right? Like you just might get on her damn nerves, right? And many of their husbands do get on the nerves. And in Japan, though, I think it works more with not really participating with family activities or something like that, because the husband's like, I'm just gonna work, I'm gonna do the money stuff, and you just do whatever. And in some cases now, where they both work, and they're both contributing, but the vast majority of house related activities are the wife's responsibility. That leads to a lot of frustration as well. So a combination of those three factors, I think is what it is. But man, if you are putting it down, you're providing, you're taking care of yourself, and you're kind of locked into the relationship in some way, I don't see any reason why that should be a factor. I've seen some guys say that at 35, like women's hormones change after kids. That's true, but if you think about it though, women hit their sexual peak at 40 anyway, right? So um that she should be the opposite. Like, without giving too much details, like that's what kind of happened in my relationship. It's like, no, I've turned into like a 16-year-old girl. It's like, whoa, slow down, you know, in many cases. So, yeah, of course, like there's ups and downs and ebbs and flows and all that, but I do believe like we as guys kind of have to take a little bit of ownership in Japan. And please let me know with a comment, or if you disagree, that's totally fine. And depends, of course, it depends on the type of woman and things like that as well. But I do think it's a combination of those three factors that lead to his appeal going down. And of course, changes in life and lifestyle stuff like that play a factor to it. We're all busy, we're all adults, especially as you get older, it gets a lot more complicated. But I do think like, you know, I'm a believer that taking charge and taking ownership, and taking the lead in that area is my thing. Maybe when you're younger, she was a bit more open because it's just like you guys, and it's just like, hey, it's open season on this thing. That might have been how it was before, but responsibility kind of, hardens women a little bit, especially here. So you gotta soften that thing up. You gotta massage it a little bit to make sure it stays palleable, malleable. Sorry, if that makes any sense. So let me know with a comment. Let me know with a like. Let me get back in here, and I will holler at y'all soon. Peace.